After reading through a lot of your comments the last day, I actually saw that you all think that your problem is somewhere where it's actually not at. And I want to cover on how to actually identify problems in your business and how to make sure that a problem you think you have is a real one or if it's just in your head. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples of problems you're just inventing basically, which you don't even need to solve before actually finding your first winning product. As an example, one comment I saw was that this guy said that for the last 1.5 years he's already into dropshipping, and he looks at it, he only tested one product, and he's really afraid of getting blocked by payment processors or Facebook. Okay, those problems didn't ever happen to him, and he still tested only one product because he's afraid that they're gonna happen and he doesn't know how to prepare, and that's why he's not testing. And this is complete bullshit because he doesn't have the problems. You don't even have to solve those problems. And it's very, very important to not get in your head and stifled by thinking about the entire process, okay? You're gonna watch a bunch of videos and you're gonna think that this is gonna happen to you and Facebook is gonna block you and all your money is gonna be taken by PayPal and all those things are gonna be problematic for you. In reality, you didn't even get a chance to get blocked by Facebook because you didn't test anything, okay? So it's extremely important to not get stifled, to not even think about scaling, for example, before you even have a product which works. And I get this question a lot actually from a lot of people who just started out. They made 3 sales and they ask me, hey man, how do I scale? And you don't scale because right now you're unprofitable. If you scale unprofitable things, you're gonna lose more money, okay? Scaling means just spend more money. And another big misconception is that you have this testing phase and a scaling phase, and there's a clear cut. Basically, that's not true because whenever you scale something, if you test a new thing, you automatically scaled. Because if you tested, for example, a new audience on Facebook, you had to spend new extra money, and that means you spent an extra $10, which technically means you scaled by doing that, okay? And it's very important to understand that it's just a gradual process of testing new things, and by testing you automatically scale, and at the same time you identify the best things which work for you, the combination of the best ad, the best product page, the best offer, the best audience, the best product, and you test all those things and all those combinations and you find the best, and then that thing you start just spending more money on, but at the same time you still keep testing new things and you basically keep testing. So the scaling phase is just more tests. But now coming back about the things which you actually need to focus on, okay? Number one, you need to find a winning product, obviously. You need to find a product which actually is really, really good. So you need to dedicate a lot of your time into product research. And the second most important part is ad creation, so making a really, really good video ad, okay? Obviously, those things are intertwined, so you need to select a product which actually allows you to make a good video, because some products are just, they don't look, they look terrible, and basically it's very, very tough to make a good video out of that. So obviously, it's very important to pick a product which allows you to make good ads. But besides that, you don't really have to worry about many things. You need to make a decent product page, but you don't need to worry about your email marketing. I get so many questions of people who are just starting out and they ask me, hey man, how do I do email marketing for the people who already bought from me? And I ask them, so how many pieces did you sell? And they're like, yeah, I sold 50. There's no point. It's just a waste of time. You're not gonna, the best case scenario, you're gonna make a sale. And you're gonna put in a lot of effort and time into making a really good email, and you're gonna dedicate a lot of your time on making the perfect copy instead of the email, thinking about the offer, how much of a discount can you give there. It's a waste of time. Email marketing is just a mass thing, okay? You constantly just basically spam people with emails, and you're gonna get sales through that, but only on volume, okay? And the same thing goes for SMS marketing and optimizing all those little details, like how do I get my fees for Shopify down? Your fees are maybe $5 a month because you're not making money, okay? So you need to focus on making money first and then seeing, damn, I'm paying thousands of dollars in fees, I need to get them down. That makes sense, then you have to do that. But other than that, there's no point in focusing on things which are not your problem. You don't have a Facebook blog right now, okay? You don't have a PayPal hold right now. You don't have a Shopify payments hold. All those things didn't happen to you, so don't worry about them. Obviously, I'm not telling you, all right, just sell basically sex toys on Facebook and get instantly blocked. Obviously, you shouldn't violate policies everywhere, but make sure that you only focus on the problems you actually have, okay? There will be a stage in your business where you actually start making decent money, and there it makes a lot of sense to test new things, and there it actually makes a lot of sense to focus on problems which you don't have yet. Like you're preparing for things which are going to occur later. But in the beginning, you just follow the step-by-step process. And it's basically find a really good product, make a really good ad, make a decent product page, run Facebook ads, see if it works, repeat the cycle if it doesn't, and if it does, scale. It's basically as simple as that. Obviously, there's tons of nuance to that, like how do I pick a good product? What is a good product? How do I make sure that my ad is actually good? How do I analyze the data? How do I make sure that I have the right offer? How do I split test prices? What are the most important split tests in terms of, all right, something is working or not working? What do I test next? Because every test is going to cost you money. Like if you test a new product, obviously you need to make sure that the product was the issue. And if you just constantly test something on terrible product pages or with terrible ads, it doesn't make sense to keep cycling in products because they're not like your ads are not going to get better through that. Okay, so that's actually one of the biggest things, identifying where the problem is in the funnel, and that's extremely hard to do by yourself. It's almost impossible to pinpoint a problem in your business without really understanding why the result actually came. You just see the result. You just see the product does work or the product doesn't work. And you cannot even pinpoint why it works or why it doesn't work, because how can you? Sometimes soft metrics inside of the funnel can actually kind of lie to you. For example, a low conversion rate doesn't mean that your store sucks. Sometimes it just means that your ads are not showing to the right and qualified people to buy from your store, or your offer is just terrible, or you didn't express clear enough what product you're selling on the ad, or the ad was misleading, or the ad just got low quality traffic, or even Facebook gives you a shitty algorithm thing where they just give you bad traffic. It could be all those things, and it could also be a bad product page. So you don't know how to read a bad conversion rate because it's very difficult to do that without having the experience. And that's exactly why we have this one-on-one program where I constantly look at the things my students do and I tell them if they're going in the right or wrong direction, and I let them know what the actual problem is. Because after coaching like over 200 people at this point, I really genuinely know where the problem inside of a funnel is. And to be honest with you, in the beginning when I started out and had my like first 3 winning products, even after that, I didn't clearly really understand why things happen, okay? To be honest, through the mentoring, I actually learned more about dropshipping than through doing dropshipping. Me and 30 students at the same time, we together can test so much more, and we have this data from everybody, okay? So the amount of split tests just went through the roof by me doing this mentoring. And for me, it's very important to keep the mentoring program one-on-one to make sure that I do see everything that's going on and keep this data in my head, because if I would not be the person who sees everything, I wouldn't really understand how to make sure that new things are working or not, and I could just only base the data by my stores, which is limited, okay? So, if you actually want to join the program, click the link below, sign up for a free consultation session. Let's find out if you're actually a good fit. And also, if you have any questions about dropshipping generally, you can just DM me on Instagram, and I'm more active on there. I just started a new account. So yeah, basically follow me on Instagram, ask me whatever you want to, and sign up for a free consultation session, and talk to you there.